Good afternoon, everybody. Phil Simons here with Columbia Grain and your Friday afternoon weekly grain market recap. Well, this week was actually pretty exciting as the volatility definitely came back to the grain complex, with really wheat being the biggest benefactor this week. So I'm going to share my screen with you again, and let's go ahead and navigate to our favorite website once again, columbiagrain.com. Let's go ahead and take a look and see what this week gave us. A couple of quick headlines that I did want to just kind of throw out there as well in terms of what the overall drivers were to the grain complexes in its whole. But really, when we take a look at some factors that we had this week, the Oklahoma crop tour, they did peg their wheat potential production, and it really was coming down pretty significantly from what we had last year. But really, the Oklahoma Wheat Commission, they did estimate the state's wheat crop at 54.3 million bushels with an average yield of 24.6 bushel to the acre. Now, in comparison to last year's number, which came in at 68.6 million bushels for overall state production, which equated to basically 28 bushel to the acre in terms of yield. So this was highlighted as being one of the lowest crops in Oklahoma potentially in the last 9 years. So again, just something to definitely continue to watch as we move forward. The other news item that was really quite prevalent this week really continues to center around Russia in the Black Sea area. And really, Russia does say that the Black Sea grain deal talks will continue into Friday. But then there were also some grain deal talks in regards to Russia claiming that the U.S. and Ukraine was behind a Kremlin drone attack. So really, again, Russia and the Black Sea continue to take center stage here in terms of what could be potential driving markets in overall volatility. And we did see some really explosive moves this week once again. And again, if we take a look at the Producer Solutions website, just taking a look and see what the overall ranges were in the not only futures but also cash markets in particular. So if we again take a look at new crop again across the spectrum, starting on the left-hand side, we can see that Dees corn had a weekly range of 25 cents, but the weekly change, we were actually up 5 cents on the week here. Beans, new crop beans, we see they had a 32-cent weekly range, and we were actually able to hold on to 18-cent gain when the dust settled here today. When we change the page and look to the wheat complex, we see that Kansas wheat had a weekly range of 90 cents again. So again, just massive range. And we actually closed the week with a net gain of 47 cents. Next up, we take a look at Chicago wheat. We see the weekly range there was 59 cents. And we were actually able to hold on to 26 cents when the dust settled here today. And finally, when we take a look at Minneapolis new crop Dees, we see that the weekly range was 69 cents there. And we actually were able to hold on to 32 cents week on week when we actually closed everything off here today. The big thing, though, that really is sticking out like a sore thumb right now is in particular is winter wheat. When we take a look at new crop in particular, in terms of even just cash contracts, this week we were looking at really on Tuesday, if we were right around a $7 cash price at a lot of the stations that we have in Montana. And today we're going to close right close to about $8 from a cash standpoint for August delivery. So again, take a look at that, because we have seen just some explosive movements just in this week alone. When we look at Tuesday, you were close to $7, and then today you're close to $8. So we're talking about a dollar swing really in under a week. So get a hold of your local Columbia Grain merchandiser. Take a look at all the different types of tools and contracts that we can offer out to you, and get your orders out there and working, quite honestly, because we did have a handful of orders just to start some cash contracts for new crop winter wheat. Again, was sticking out like a sore thumb today when you get to that psychological number of a flat $8. So get a hold of your local Columbia Grain merchandiser, get your orders out there and working. Again, cash contracts, hedge to arrive contracts, our accumulator contracts as well, and also take a look at some of the minimum price contracts if you think that the markets are going to continue to move higher. But then again, don't let the greedy bird get you and lose out a dollar in hopes to get an additional 5 cents. So again, just get your orders out there and working. Other than that, that's about it for this week. We'll go ahead and wrap everything up. And just remember, don't let the greedy bird mess on your shoulder. Thanks, everybody. We'll talk with you next week.